livelihood. But when these young men and women go through the struggle and adversity of hospital visits and treatments, it's incredible perspective on this. And that's why we do this with these young men and women. So I'm really proud of you. Thanks a lot. You were our lucky charm today. And if you're not at the next game, I'm going to beat you up. Okay. Just call Steve Knapp little. No, I thought that was a hard-fought Big East game. We got out to a big lead. It goes to tell you how great they are, the resilience that they have. They're one of the best teams in the country. I thought our toughness, I thought our collective defensive attitude. The game. You got a big lead like that. It's hard to play with big leads. It's really hard to play with big leads, and we had to get some guys some rest. I really didn't want to sub those first 5 guys out. I really didn't, but they were getting cooked. I thought Alpha played the best game of his career here at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. I mean, I haven't seen many people have a performance like that in my 14 years as a head coach. I thought we had some really good contributions from our bench. I thought Khalif was a silent assassin out there today defensively, but it goes to tell you how tough the Big East is. Whether you're up 20, down 20, you're always in the game when you have these great players in our league. I don't think our league gets enough credit. We don't get enough credit for how deep our league is. We don't get enough credit for the style of play that we have. I really hope the national media appreciates the brand of basketball that the Big East brings to the collegiate game. So I'm proud of the group. We got to go on the road against Georgetown, who had a big win today. You can't just rest. We're still fighting for our lives, but one game at a time. And I was just proud of the team toughness. Good win for us today.
Alfie, you didn't take any threes at St. John's, and you fired away right away today. Did you just have more room or just more confidence?
I just feel like I just tried to do whatever it took to help us get the win, and my teammates were finding me in my open spots, and I made those shots a lot in practice, so they knew what, just to give me that confidence, and it was going in.
Coach has talked about how you guys have to be desperate. Was that maybe your most desperate performance?
We lost 2 back-to-back, so it's tough. But coming in here with a top team like that, I think we handled our business. It was a great team win for sure.
Ed, you referenced it's tough to play with a big lead, but they never caught you. How much is that a credit to the group and just really making sure that it could have been a different game if they actually did catch you?
Right. You try to. You can't. It's hard to practice being up 20. There's no practices that say, okay, you're up 20, play. I don't know if many coaches do that. You just got to go one possession at a time. When they're going to make a run. They're not the number team in the country for nothing. I mean, they're really talented. They're really good. They're long. They have 2 of the better defensive players in the country on their team. They have probably the best scorer in the country on their team. So, you just got to withstand a run and continue to breathe confidence into your players.
Alpha, you're obviously your big game, but you had foul trouble. How much was that? You were able to push past that and not let that be a factor. Maybe try to come back in and get hot once again.
Yeah, coaches was just telling me don't pick up no silly ones, even though I picked up a couple of those. But I just wanted to go back in and just give my team the boost that we needed to pull this out. And down the stretch, Pip, Duke, Khalif, we hit all our free throws, and that definitely helped also.
David, how difficult was covering Powell? I mean, you guys got off to a great start defending him. You knew he was going to get hot at some point, but how much was it, not just you, but also other guys chipping in as well?
Yeah, exactly as you said. It wasn't just me. I think Malik, Pip, Alpha, anybody really switched onto him. Did a great job of containing him. He hit a couple tough shots, but that's who he is. He's a great player.
Tough shots.
And yeah, he's a great player, and that's what he does. But I think we did a solid job, collectively as a group, defensively, and that's what Coach always talks about. Being locked in collectively on the defensive side, and we're really hard to beat when we're locked in.
Coach, you talk about the preparation in the last couple of days and putting St. John's in the past.
Who?
That's right.
There's your answer. You got to move on. You got to get amnesia quick in some of these games. There are going to be days where we're just not good, and you got to give credit to the team that was a little bit more desperate on that evening. They played great in their arena. We had to move fast. We got in late. I thought we had 2 really good practices. The second time you play somebody a little bit more comfortable And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about how great our crowd was. I mean, our crowd helped us win this game. There's no question about it. It was, I don't know what they fed them in here today, but I can't wait to get back home next Saturday. You know, whether it was the Bud Lights or the Natty Lights or
Trying to get that Chick-fil-A.
Pat Blue Ribbon. I don't know what they gave them today, but it was awesome here at the Dunkin' Donuts Center today. So I really want to thank our crowd. And I know it got out of hand at the end when they thought the game was over. It's hard to get mad at them, when we're playing for our lives. They're kids, and it's just something that we got to deal with. And hopefully we don't get fined for that. But if we do, I'll pay it. It's worth it. It's worth it if I'm winning.
Ed, how big was Greg Gant? And I say he had 9 rebounds, but he also did other things that didn't show up in the box score. Like I thought, he made a correct pass to Luan at the end to get him to the foul line. Just little things like that.
Well, he's got natural instincts, and we've been trying to get him on the floor more. We got to get him to dial in the whole possession. He had a couple of possessions late where he gambled, but I thought he got a couple of big offensive rebounds in the first half. He's long, he's athletic, he's still learning, but to get him on the floor that young, right now you can't call these kids freshmen and sophomores anymore. I mean, we're in game 25 or 26. They've been in a lot of practices, and he brought a lot to the table today, and we're going to need him to continue to develop.
Alpha, this being your senior year, sold out crowd, how special was it to have a game like this?
It's a great moment. We appreciate that pink out crowd. We usually play well during those games, and the storm in the court is always fun, especially for the younger dudes. So it was a great atmosphere, and we fed off of it for sure.
And was that as good as you guys can play in the first 10 minutes? Yeah.
Bottle that up, baby.
Yeah.
I'm taking all the credit for that. Hell with these guys, man. Our players did a great job. I mean, we came out, we were feisty, we were tough, we were first to the ball, but you're not going to hold a good team down, man. Our league is terrific. It's hard. It's hard winning. It's hard winning, as you saw, right down to the last second. We're fortunate to win, and now we got to prepare for a really tough Georgetown team that played well today.
David, Coach has talked about the maturation process of this team this season. How much does that start with Alpha, and how fitting was it that in a big game tonight he puts up a career night?
Yeah, that just goes to show, how much work he puts in. He comes in every day with that everyday mindset, trying to get better every single day, hoping, to shine in moments like this, and that's exactly what he did today. And I think his performance kind of, inspired others, gave them confidence as well to find him. But, when he was rolling, the crowd got into it. That gave everybody confidence. Like Coach said, we had a great crowd today. And, Alpha led us today, and we just followed him.
Alpha had a cape on today, boy. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
He was Batman, Robin, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. He was everybody. Super Friends, right? You know who the Super Friends are? You don't?
No,
Sure?
I'm too old. Too young.
We appreciate everybody today. Any other questions? I'm tired as hell. Thanks.